Hi guys, welcome to Coturnix Corner. My name's Terry, and in this video I wanted to show you my routine for cleaning and disinfecting my incubators. This is going to apply to all different types of incubators, but I'm going to go ahead and use my cabinet incubator just because I've got eggs coming in this morning and I didn't have a clean incubator to put them in, so I'm going to go ahead and get this one done this morning. Temperatures inside an incubator are warm, obviously, for hatching eggs, and it makes a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. So after each hatch, you should really go through and clean and disinfect the incubator just to ensure that the next batch of chicks aren't exposed to bacteria and whatnot. The first thing I do is, I tape up all my wires on top, but I also enclose the regulator in a plastic bag just to make sure that nothing's going to get wet. But I'll get all the hatching boxes or the egg turners out of the incubator and the water tray, and you can see inside here this thing is filthy. I mean, I've got dust from the down on the feathers, or the down from the chicks. I've also got all kinds of eggshell chips laying throughout the incubator. So we're going to go ahead. First thing I do is just rinse all the larger particles out of the incubator. We can throw the tray down there on the bottom. But basically, I forgot to turn the water on, so I'll be right back. Okay, basically I'll just hose out all the larger particles just to give me something clean to work with. And on this, for those of you who have built this incubator, there's really nothing in there that you've got to worry about getting wet, with the exception of maybe the fans in the back. And I'm going to show you how you clean those here in a second. But basically, once I've got all the larger stuff hosed out of there, what I'll do is take some regular Dawn dish detergent and a scrub brush, and I'll just spray a little bit or put a little bit of Dawn in there, add a little more water, and then I'll just go through real quick and just scrub the incubator. Any little particles that I can't get out with a hose, this Dawn detergent does a pretty good job of cleaning it up. And this incubator's pretty simple to keep clean. I mean, there's a lot of room in there to get in and scrub everything out, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, and once I've got all the inside of the incubator scrubbed down with the soap and water, we'll just go ahead and rinse it real quick. One of the most important things that you want to do, especially if you have this incubator, but this also applies to other incubators that have a forced air fan in it, you want to clean out the fan system because it gets buildup of dust and whatnot on it. So on this incubator, we basically just take the back off. I just got 4 screws in there that I have to take out. Okay, and once you got the back off, you can see you now have access to the fans, and obviously you don't want to spray water through the fans. They're an electrical component, and you don't want to lose the fan or ruin the fans. But what you do want to do is blow those fans off. I don't know if you can see this right here, but there's quite a bit of dust in here. Maybe actually I'll bring you a little bit closer to show you that. Right here you've got quite a bit of dust, and also on the fan blades there's quite a bit of dust. Okay, so what I did was took the back off of the forced air chamber, and what I'm going to do using my air compressor and a blower nozzle is blow out the fans and the chamber in here, just to get any dust and other downy material that got sucked up into the fans. What you want to do is hold the fans, the blades, with your fingers or a pen or a pencil or something to keep them from spinning. If you blow through them, the air can actually spin the fans up high enough to actually do damage to the bearing. So basically you just want to hold the fans and blow them out real good. Okay, and once you've got that done, we're going to take the water hose again and just rinse off any residual dust in the air chamber, and also any dust that may have been blown inside the cabinet. Okay, so blowing out the fans is really important. Not just for this model incubator, but for any forced air type incubator. You want to make sure that the fans are clean and blown out. They get dust buildup on them, or the downy feather dust on them, and that can restrict the airflow from your fan. Okay, so the next thing I do is I'll take my egg turners and I'll hose them off, and I'll disinfect them along with the incubator. And what I use to disinfect with is just pine sol or hydrogen peroxide. I just spray it down liberally, and I don't wipe it off or anything. I just let it soak until that's done. Okay, and for the hatching trays, I do them the exact same way that we do the egg turners. I'll just basically hose them out real good, get all the manure and whatnot out of it. If I have any, stubborn manure, I will scrub it with a scrub brush. But because I put those drawer liners down, I usually don't have too big of a deal inside the hatching tray itself. And then I'll do the same. I'll just disinfect it with pine sol, and then just lay it out in the sun and let the sun basically bake it dry. Okay, and the last thing I do for the incubator is disinfect it. Usually what I'll do is kind of dry the incubator out with a towel, but I don't have one out here, so I'm just going to go ahead and spray it down. But basically just spray down the entire interior of the incubator, and you don't have to wipe this out at all. You can just let it sit until it dries, and that should kill any bacteria that could possibly build up in your incubator. Okay, and there's one other incubator that I want to talk about as far as washing out the bottom of the incubator, and that is the Nurture Right 360. Harris Farms put the egg turner motor in the bottom of that incubator. You want to just take a little caution when you're hosing out around the egg turner motor shaft, because you can have water leak past that seal and down onto the motor and actually ruin your motor. So just be careful if you're using that type of an incubator. Guys, I hope this gave you a little bit of insight into how I clean and disinfect my incubators, and I hope it helps somebody out there. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps me out, and you'll get notified of any new and upcoming videos. I want to say thank you for joining me today, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.